Hello everyone, and welcome to the review of the EKEN V5. This is a very interesting product. It's a combination of a video doorbell, as they say, but this actually is also security camera, and it also has an infrared detection sensor. So this kind of combines an IP camera with a video doorbell and two-way audio and video communication. Actually, only the audio is two-way, because video it's not two-way because it doesn't have a display, so your face is not going to be shown on the doorbell, but you can listen what the sound is around it, and you can also look at it because it has a camera. And also this doorbell will send you alerts, push alerts on your mobile phone when it detects movement in front of the camera or when somebody pushes the button. The button also works as a regular doorbell. Push the button, it will ring on your mobile phone because this is a smart doorbell, and it also works with this optional accessory which you can buy separately. And this kind of is a regular doorbell. You plug this in, and when you press the button here, this thing will ring. You can adjust the volume and change the melody, something like that. So you can use it as a regular doorbell and use this to hear it, but you can also use your mobile phone, and that comes to the smart part of the doorbell. Your mobile phone will become a doorbell answer machine, and you can do a lot of stuff with this thing, which is really nice. So a quick look on the specs. It's HD quality, 720p. It has two-way audio. It has a very wide angle lens, 166 degrees, PIR motion detection. It has low power consumption. This thing will work for months on battery, so you don't need to hardwire it. If you want to hardwire it, you can do that because it has an integrated kit to do that. It uses three lithium-ion batteries, and those will work for a long time. And you can pause the video if you want, and you will see the main specs here. And there are some informations here, and that's it. So let's take it out of the box. In the box you are going to get the manual, the video doorbell user manual, and this thing is very useful because it explains you how to set up it and even how to install the doorbell. The setup is not difficult, but it also has a bit of tricks that you need to find out. Otherwise, even if you follow the steps from the app, you may have some troubles with it. So this is the main face of the unit, if you can call that that way. So it has here the infrared detector sensor. Under there is the light sensor, because this thing also has infrared array here of LEDs, so this works also in total darkness. It has the speaker and microphone integrated, the main button, camera lens, and on the rear side you have this docking which you can remove, and this is also for the hardwire kit. So you can connect here wires with terminal screws, and you can power this on. Power adapter is not supplied with it, so you need your own USB power adapter. This thing works with 5 volts USB power. It also will charge the batteries on this micro USB port. Those terminals are for hardwiring it, but the batteries are easy accessible, and it uses 3 common type lithium-ion cells, 18650 type batteries, each rated for 2600 milliamps. There are 3 cells in parallel, so the capacity adds. Right, now in the box you also get this double-sided tape. This will help you secure this better where you're going to install it, so you can use that tape, but it also has screw mounts, so this can be very secured. The only thing that I do not like about it, this just docks in, and it uses a small screw as the tamper proof, so if someone really wants to take this, he can unscrew it and take it away. So you need to do something to lock it in place. So they won't have access to it. And it also comes with mounting hardware. To install and configure the doorbell, it's rather simple. You need to use the provided app, which is called 2C. You can find it on Play Store. You also have a QR code in the manual included, so you don't need to search for it. And to set up it, you are going to open the app, click on the plus here, and you are going to press add device, and you are going to let it that way. And it says here that this ring should flash red to install it. And I'm going to tell you something. First thing, you need to remove the plastic tabs here that keep the batteries from not connecting to the doorbell, because it's done this way to prevent them from over discharging during transport. And when you are going to take them off, this thing will do some weird sounds, but when you power it on, it will not blink red. It will blink something like blue red or something like that, and it will not connect. And as the app says, it's very important, it's written here very small: if the red LED light does not flash, press and hold the reset button for 5 seconds until the red LED light flashes. So you have this reset button here, and if this thing doesn't flash red when you power it on, use the reset button, hold it, and then it will work. So I'm now going to remove the plastic tabs here. I'm going to insert the batteries, and I'm going to press the reset button and hold it pressed for a few seconds. Alright, and you can see the red LED there. I hope that you can see it. It's now flashing red. So we are ready for the setup. And now I'm going to press and confirm the red light is flashing. And now I'm going to have to select the wireless of this doorbell. And if I go to wireless setup, there you go, 2C, and I have connected to it. And now I'm going to press next, and the app asks me for my wireless network, which I need to select, and then I need to enter the wireless password of my network, so the app will actually transmit the SSID of my network and network password to the doorbell, so the doorbell will then be able to connect to my wireless router. So the test network is selected, password is entered, and I'm going to click next. And then the doorbell needs an admin password, because you want to secure it so other people may connect to it but may not change the settings. And I'm going to enter an admin password for it, and I'm going to confirm it. And then you can enter a name for this, so I'm going to say it's main door. Let's call it main
Join the network successfully.
And this thing also talks in English, so it has connected to the router. And I'm going to call it main door, and I'm going to confirm and confirm, and there you go. If I'm going to click on this, it loads, it says connecting, and now I'm live. Let me put it that way so you can actually see something. There you go. So you can see it's live video over there. So I'm going to go to the app, and there's the image. Let me try to zoom in, because I think that you are not going to see much. Okay, so this should be better. You can see this is in real life, so in real time the camera works, and you already have sound. So if I make noise with this, you are going to hear it on the app. Let me turn on the volume. So hello, hello, hello. There's a slight delay, but it works. And I'm going to turn the volume down because I don't want to mess things up. And you also can adjust the volume. You can also speak when you press the button here. You can hear it on the doorbell, so you can actually communicate with the people that are trying to call you on it. And you can adjust the volume, you can go to playback. This has a provided micro SD card already installed in it, and it can also record files and store them inside, which is very good because when it has motion detection alarm, it will save the files on there and you can check them up. And you can also take screenshots, and you can manually trigger video recording. You can always go in full screen by pressing the button or by flipping your phone to one side. It shows you the battery status, signal strength of the wireless configuration, and then you can go to the setup, and here it asks you for the admin password, which I'm going to enter now. I'm going to confirm the password, and now I'm in the setup for the camera. So I have ultra low power consumption setting, which is by default enabled. To be frankly, I don't know what that does. It has a device indicator light, which you can enable or disable. Probably the LED ring here that will light or not light up. It has a night vision infrared mode, which you can enable or disable. By default this is enable. Ring volume, which is on, probably you can mute it. Video length, so it will save a 15 seconds video when it triggers an alarm. You can set that to 30 seconds and 45 seconds. It has motion detection sensitivity, which is now low, and you can go to high. So it has closed, low, middle, and high. It has several sensitivity options, so I'm going to let it on low. Intercom volume, you can adjust here the sound output volume. Total storage, almost 8 gigabytes. You can format the micro SD card, and you have device information here, and you get a lot of other stuff and even firmware. And I did a firmware upgrade previously trying to test this, as you can see here. Right, so it's very easy. You just click update. It will download the file from the internet. It will update the firmware, and that's it. No problems, no complications. You don't need to do any kind of weird stuff with it. So I'm going to just put the app in the background, and because this is a doorbell, what is more important is actually to be using it. So someone comes in visit, it is going to press the doorbell button, and there you go, it's calling me, and you can answer or close it. And I'm going to answer it, and when I'm going to answer, it shows me direct live video, and you can now talk and see the person that is at the door. Other interesting things that worth mentioning are the other app features, such as message. Here you are going to have a log with events. For example, main door had an answered call, but here you can also see motion detection alarms and stuff like that. You can also play the video. If you press play, it will show you the recorded file from that moment. So it's a device call that you have the hour, so everything is there, and it has the 15 seconds interval that you have selected. Also you have this file management, which shows you all the recorded pictures and snapshots and videos and stuff like that. You have an help here with frequently asked questions and guidance for first time usage, and on general you have push notifications in case you don't want the app to signal you on this phone. For example, you install the app on several mobile phones, but you only wish to use one single phone as an answering device. You can disable push notifications on the others, so the app will not bug you. And that's it for this app. You can go to main, and now I want to test something else. I want to test the motion detection, so I'm actually going to close the app and kill it. Let's see if this works or not. So mobile phone is locked, and now I'm going to move this so it simulates movement. So that LED there just went blue and it's blinking, and probably it's doing something. and I think that now it's actually recording me, so I'm going to put this away. And if I unlock my mobile phone, it did vibrate because it's on silent, and I have a warning here, main door motion detection, so that worked. And if I press on it, it's now connecting. And if I go to playback, motion detection, and you can see there it's me moving the camera, so that worked very well. And a very nice thing that this thing does, it's not only saving the files on the micro SD card there, it also saves them online, so you can actually get free cloud with this app. I don't know for which times they are going to store the files, or how long or how much space, but you have an online backup of each file, which is let's say a good and a bad thing. Because it's a bad thing because you are sharing maybe some private information with the internet or China or the producer of this camera and app. But it's very good because if someone steals this and takes it with him, the micro SD card, then the recording will be inside, but you are going to have a copy on the internet. So it's kind of a needed bad thing, because after all, if someone breaks in your home or things like that, you are going to have a copy which he cannot tamper with and he cannot destroy, because if he destroys this, you still can see him here, which is a good thing. So maybe it's better to send their picture in China rather than just store it on this device. So that was for now. I hope that I have shown you the most important stuff about this doorbell, which actually is not a doorbell, but it's an IP camera and a passive infrared sensor, motion detection sensor, and a night vision system, and actually a doorbell. And if you have any kind of questions or want to ask me more of its features, or you need to know more stuff about it, let me know with the comments. So I'm going to try to answer to all of them, and maybe there is something else that you need to find out, and I'm going to try my best to answer them. So see you on my next video, and until then, bye bye.